Previously on Curse of Groban, Revengeance, the party decided to investigate some things and made their way back to Morty, Boomy, what have you, in an attempt to try to cure him of his mental affliction. Ultimately, they were successful, but not before Morty having a interesting breakfast guest that he had initially said was coming over for dinner, but that man is confusing and he never invites me to dinner. Though I have invited him before. My spy master attended his nosh and let slip some interesting documentation, leaving a letter behind. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart. And then they managed to cure Morty of his affliction and found him to be the renowned wizard Morden Keenan. They were, I believe it was waking up the next morning and investigating some things about Dorje's, keep slipping into that, Samaya's strange runes, and that there was some sort of relation to them and Elena's mark that she bore from Canoth. And Elena deciding to send a letter to the Fey Lord, and awaiting that. So this would be you cured Morty, and now I think it was like the next morning or what have you. You made this discovery. Elena quickly scribbled her message and sent it away. I don't remember if you guys were going to immediately leave his place, because I think he was kicking you out, so yeah, you were?
Yeah, we're currently sitting in the cave.
Yeah,
just
we gotta
outside
wait
the door.
for the Raven to come back, because otherwise I won't know where to go.
Right. Okay. And God, how fast does a fucking raven fly?
As fast
we
as the
were
crow
waiting for 2 hours. We're waiting here for 2 hours, apparently.
2 hours, okay. Bean sent me a thing that he wanted Elena to do. Let me... Okay, so I'll say that you guys stick around for a bit in the cave. And eventually... The Silver Raven would return and drop off a response before returning to its statuette form, and Elena safely tucking it back into her pocket. She would unfurl it and give it a read. And I'm going to try my best Elena here, which is probably going to sound like fucking awful Jester.
Okay, you guys.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Caleb
Okay.
Jester.
Yeah, you know what? This is what Elena sounds like right
pastries.
now. I am loving pastries. No, so she's okay. It looks like cannot discuss the details of the contract with me. I was say Lord Kenneth. But he says here that you should treat with him personally if you wish to know. So maybe after we're done in Kresk, I can escort you back over to his domain.
Okay, I can do that.
And and she will like turn it over to you for you to read as well, and it would say thus.
All right. Move my picture frame out of the way. Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, alright.
All right.
And she'll pocket. Actually, no, she won't pocket the note. She'll give it to Elena. I just suddenly got a bad feeling. I'm gonna give it to her.
Okay. She'll keep it.
So now what? Do we go straight to Kresk, or do we try to holds up the letter from the Master of Spies? Contact her.
Well, we don't really know where to go, right?
Not really.
Oh, gee.
Look, Apollo has a stutter. Donson does not.
Apollo's stutter has gotten worse.
It varies in severity depending on stuff.
Just curiosity, she'll complete the poem that's on the back. Or the, I guess, slogan that's on the back.
Buy one, get one free.
Yeah, what did
Does
I say
anything
was in the
happen, or
back
is it
of
just...
again?
It was about the self-devouring snake.
Oh, yes.
Ouroboros.
The Ouroboros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 Emperor... Say 6 infinitus.
Ego sum Ouroboros cadum meum edenus ut crescam. Yeah.
6 infinitus.
All right. You complete it, and the paper would glow. And you would watch as it would sort of almost begin to crush itself up until it turns into a little ball of light, and floats there for a moment, and then just kind of does like a little lazy orbit around you, and then zips out of the cave mouth.
I guess we follow that.
I suppose so. Just give her white berth so that if she's nearby, she doesn't immediately see you.
I mean,
And goes after it.
also, we probably shouldn't lose it either.
Yep, goes after it.
All right, you run out of the cave mouth, and you would see that sort of path that cuts up along the inside of the crevasse that the cave is within, back up towards like the actual mountainside, and it's just kind of sitting there floating.
Oh, it looks like it'll wait for us if it gets out of sight.
Also, Elena, could you do your thing? The one that you said would help you to watch? I don't know what it is. I have no idea. We were talking about it before, where Elena would be able to sort of like nanny cam. I don't remember if that was through her.
No, that was you turn into a bird and then like
Oh, right. Thank you. She'll polymorph into a falcon of some sort, and then wait just long enough for Elena to cast her thing off, and she'll skedaddle.
What is she casting here?
beast sense.
Ah, okay. Let me look at that.
Oh, and I'm going to expend some sorcery points to extend the poly. Well, no, I won't do that. I'm not going to extend the polymorph.
Because you're only polymorph
really.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait. So you're polymorphing for her to cast it, and then you're changing back?
Yeah, because it still is in effect when she changes back. So like she can use her action to look through Samaya.
That works?
Apparently. But yeah, Samaya's
Because
going
like if
to
you cast a spell on someone and like they change form, it still affects them.
Yeah. So
Is there like a sage advice for that? Hold on.
I don't fucking know.
Maybe.
That's what Bean was thinking about doing.
Yeah, because we figured that it would at least allow them to see where where Samaya is if something goes wrong. But the hope is that it can last long enough to hear the full conversation.
Oh yeah, it still works.
Yo!
That's okay. It stays.
Alright. I'm not gonna polymorph and then drop it. I am gonna stay polymorph to follow the beam.
Okay. It just starts once you start to catch up and go after it. It speeds up. It starts streaking along the mountainside, heading to the east.
Back to the castle? Or to Mount Baratok?
East
You're
would be this
technically
way. So
yeah.
Okay.
Be,
As long as it's not southeast.
I guess it would be towards Baratok.
Alright.
That we're on Baratok, but
You're technically yeah.
closer to the peak of it.
But yeah, it
Yeah.
starts going in that direction.
Alrighty, I follow.
All right. So as this little ball goes along, I was staying fast enough that you can never quite, like actually catch up to it. But whenever you're within like a certain distance, if you fall behind, like it'll stop for a little bit, let you catch up, and then like zip off again, but never going out of eye shot. As it just slowly leads you along, and you guys have climbed this mountain before. You know that it can be precarious in places, so sometimes you have to climb down to a lower
Avery
ledge.
can fly. I can fly, and Elena can climb.
So then sometimes you have to wait for Elena to climb down to a lower ledge or climb up to a higher one.
And she could also like just shimmy along the wall at like normal speed
shimmy.
because she has that ability.
I reckon. Either way, takes a while. But you start moving along. Making thine way. And I'll say, yeah, she got the climb speed. Bit of a ways.
So
Yeah.
I should have extended it. Oh wait, no. No,
I mean,
fine.
well, we don't know where it's going. And B-Sense only lasts an hour.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you were doing it right away.
Well, eventually the beast sense would go away. And you would just kind of keep chugging along. And yeah, so you guys could get like 2 miles in like an hour or something like that. So after about, I'll call it closer to like 4 hours, eventually you would sort of like get over to, you'd be like sort of riding along the edge of the mists and part of the mountain, and looking much further down below and seeing like this sort of like runoff that feeds down into Lake Zarovich. Scooting around, scoot, boot, and boogie, till you're like very high up in the mountains, and the temperature is much colder, but it's not snowing like how it does to the south on Gakis.
Mm.
But you do kind of have like that sort of like smell in the air that like maybe it might rain. But eventually the ball sort of stops on this sort of like flattened out, bit more than a ledge. Sort of like flattened out area on the side of the mountain, closer to the peak, and it would actually allow you to like catch up to it properly, and then it would move a little bit further away from you, just moving a couple of feet, and then just disappear.
Okay, polymorphing one more time for Elena to do Beast Sense one more time if she's able, and then I will go in.
Probably an illusionary wall.
Definitely.
And was it just you that was invited, or was it all of us?
Oh, it was just Samaya.
Okay.
And it was under the assumption that she would be coming alone, which was why, which was why she wanted to do the Beast Sense so she could take off.
That's right. I guess we'll wait here. Yeah. We'll wait here, I guess.
Okay. So you polymorph. Elena will cast Be Sense again.
And I'll drop it and go inside.
All right, so you take a couple steps forward, and the rest of you would just see her disappear. You would step forward, and you would see an opening, significantly large opening to a cave mouth that seems to go down and into the mountain. And when you turn back around, you do not see your friends.
Turning back.
But the little ball of light is just kind of hovering in front of the mouth of the cave.
I shall follow.
All right. Slowly starts to. What the fuck is he adding me? I've been distracted.
Why did you ping me on this? I didn't buy the game.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, as you traverse into this cave, the little ball providing enough light for you to see begins to wind further and further down. Do you feel as if you're going deep here, and the air starting to get stale. You would eventually come into a chamber that maybe about 10 feet across by, yeah, it's not quite like a circle. It's, misshapen. But you would see that there's a little low purple light emanating from these crystals that are growing out of the walls. Not particularly too large in size, and you're not quite sure of their value, or if they have any value, simply just that they might serve as a light source in here. And you see this smaller opening, about a little bit less than 5 feet in diameter, covered in a viscous, almost mycelial sort of membrane.
Is it breathing? I don't know.
Ew.
That feels like a weird description.
It doesn't seem to be breathing, but as you approach, the light from the ball would cause it to shudder, and you would watch as it would retract itself, and sort of make the opening available to you. And the ball would float over it, do like 2 little lazy orbits, and then just dip down it.
Okay, I guess I follow.
This is definitely trustworthy.
Definitely not.
All right. You follow. Are you climbing in feet first or head first?
Is the opening off the ground?
It's not level with the ground. It's almost kind of like on an angle up against like the base of the cave wall and the floor.
I'll poke my head in first.
You see that sort of membrane trailing further down the hole and into the darkness. Smells very, very musty. Almost like wet dirt and something else that you can't quite place.
I'll very carefully step in and gingerly follow the light.
All right, you step in and you realize that like this whole tunnel is slick. And you just immediately start moving, picking up speed.
And this is why I wear boots.
And then you just you start going like a roller coaster ride, just shooting down at rapid speeds. Occasionally, there's like little glimpses of the light ahead of you, but the tunnel like bends to the left and then the right, snaking as it goes, but ever downward.
So hard not
Uh,
to scream.
you're going like a little fast at times. That like it's a bit rough. Like you kind of like hit the sides of the wall as you like take the curves. But eventually, after your rapid descent, you are shunted out into a much larger chamber as you feel your backside hit something very spongy.
Oh, I don't know. Nope. Standing straight up. What the hell is that?
It's a gym mat.
She'll get up. What did she land on?
Why'd you? No, it's all right. Jesus. Immediately taking in your initial surroundings, you see that this immediate area is covered in more of this sort of mycelial membrane. Well, actually, in this case, it would be less of a membrane and more of just like a bed, like a mycelial bed with patches of like mushrooms growing out in different areas.
Whew.
And you would see, as your eyes sort of adjust to the low light in here, you no longer see the glowing orb, but you are in a massive cavern. A path stretches out before you, cobbled beyond the initial landing area, that slowly meanders its way towards what looks like a giant central stalagmite.
Stalactite is on top, stalagmite is on the bottom.
Yeah, stalagmite.
All right. She'll straighten herself out and approach.
Okay. As you move through the chamber, you see large mushrooms off in the distance, these strange little blue spores that sort of float around and give off their own glow. You see these strange looking green sort of plants that they too have their own glow to them, and when you get close they begin to slightly inflate, but as you move past they deflate. There's like a sort of like an ambient dripping noise somewhere within here. You're not quite sure where the water's coming from, but every so often you just hear that bloop. And as you approach the stalagmite, you would see carved into the base, there seems to be a set of stone doors, double doors, and at different intervals along its height, you see balconies that lead to chambers within.
The chamber within.
The chamber. But as you eventually get up to the doors, you would see carved within them an image of a snake eating its own tail.
Okay. Okay. How much time is left on Beast Sense?
This is an hour, so
I'd say you went down a ways. You spent like the better a good like 20-ish minutes going down, and then when you took the slide, it might have taken longer had you not taken the slide.
For 30 minutes.
But I'll say Elena would just instinctively know up top that there's maybe about 30 minutes, 25 minutes left on it.
I guess she'll approach. I genuinely don't know what to do. Maybe knock. I don't know.
Okay. Do you not you knock?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You knock on these large stone doors, and you watch as the eyes of the snake glow red, and the stone almost seems to come to life as it continues to rotate. And as it's rotating, you notice that it is simultaneously consuming its own tail, but seemingly maintaining its length as it grows, as it does this. And then eventually a seam sort of appears down the middle, dividing the tail tip from the head, from the mouth, as the doors open. And you would see just immediately beyond it this large circular chamber with this almost like purplish black and grayish white checkered sort of marble patterning, checkered pattern marble stone, and there would be two almost like a grand staircase kind of deal, like one over on the left and right hand side curving up to go to what seems to be like an upper balcony. And within like the center of this area, there's a large pool full of a crimson liquid with like a central sort of pedestal, and atop it there is an onyx figurine that looks as though it has been smashed.
It's a blood pool. Oh no.
I mean,
Chill.
you're
I don't
going
know.
to meet a vampire.
I know. She will sort of straighten herself, take a deep breath, and go inside.
Okay. As you walk in, your footsteps echo within this chamber. And there is a silence to this place. So much so to where you beyond your footsteps, you hear your breathing, and you can almost kind of like hear the blood like rushing in your body. And then you would hear as the doors slam shut behind you.
Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. As she keeps going, quietly panicking inside, but trying so hard not to.
You take a few steps forward, and then you freeze. Almost instinctually, as you get this feeling at the back of your neck. It's something primal, almost as if you're prey being hunted by a predator. You look around, trying to see if anything stands out, trying to guess where the attack might be coming from. But you find nothing. And then you feel a hand rest on your shoulder.
She'll pull away and back up and see who it is.
It's me. Hello. No.
Yeah, it's Neodon. He's just standing there and he's like, "Hi, I'm back. What's up?"
What's up?
Gets a fireball to the face.
You would see standing there a truly ghastly sight. How best to describe this? At first, your immediate reaction would be getting touched. You jump, you turn around, you see a humanoid shape, but you don't see Moldovan. You don't see what you were expecting to see. This individual is an elf, a similar complexion to your own, though you could tell that they are a full elf. Right? Yeah, you are half. Yeah, you're half elf. I don't know if I'm asking that stupid question. But you ever see? All right, I'll try and describe it, and then I'll compare it to the other thing. The left hand side of his face, he has these very sharp, well-defined features of what seems to be someone of a more well-off bearing, and the opposite side is completely. It's not decayed, but it seems to
Withered.
No, not withered. No, it seems to be like an open wound, almost as if that portion of his face that the flesh was just recently sheared off of it. The eye remains in the socket, but it is dead. There are bits of skin hanging off of his jaw to the side. The ear on that side of his head seems to have just been completely shorn off, and there's just a bloody hole there. The hair is singed. And when he opens his mouth, almost as if to say something, maybe perhaps an apology, you're not quite sure what sort of expression the face is trying to make, because you're only getting half of the picture. And as the mouth opens and you watch the muscles move, it's very disturbing.
Hide the sinister. The sinister part of your expression in the part of your face that doesn't work.
But it seems as though when he tries to speak, you notice that the wound is not contained to the face alone. There is a chunk taken out of the right-hand side of his neck. And whatever noise he was attempting to make just comes out as a rasp and then what sounds like the gurgling of blood.
Oh boy. She is still very, very terrified, but feels like a certain level of pity for the guy. I genuinely don't know what to do in this situation. My instinct is very different from her instincts. So, oh no.
Do what the character would do.
That's where the confusion comes in.
I know what I would do. I would kill him on the spot. No.
He looks at you and says, "Excuse me, what the actual fuck are you doing in my house?"
she'll just sort of stare at him for a moment. What happened to you?
What's wrong with your face?
He looks like he should be dead. I think
He does.
what happened to you is a worthy question, considering he is missing part of his face and neck.
Yeah, and to I guess like give you a more clearer picture in your mind. If you ever saw how Gustavo Fring bites the dust in Breaking Bad, that's like what this guy looks like. Like if that was a drow standing in front of you, except he's just not adjusting his tie.
Gotcha. All right, then hold on 1 second. Okay, she doesn't pass out. Question remains, like, she genuinely doesn't know. Do I ask for his master? Do I say I was invited? What the hell do I do here?
Whatever you think works.
It's I have a meeting with the Master of Spice. This is not her accent. When did I switch to this?
He would he would stare at you
That's it.
in silence for a good long while, and then finally nod and gesture towards the right hand staircase as he would then turn and begin walking towards it.
She will follow and pray that whatever happened to him probably was the source of the person she's about to meet.
He would lead you up to a balcony and then through another set of doors that comes to a small hallway that just sort of wraps back around to the left and right. He'll hang a right and just come up another staircase, kind of wrapping back the other way until once you feel like you've reached the top of that, would come into yet another set of double doors to a slightly smaller circular chamber. This one, within you would see about six other similarly, and I'll say like he was dressed in, yeah, I guess it would be that. Although I'm not quite sure if you in character you would know what it is. They seem to be these sort of grayish black leather armor with sort of like spider web motifs to them. You would see 6 others similarly dressed. 2 of them female, and the others male. The females would seem to be wearing better quality armor with bits of metal incorporated into it in certain areas. And you would notice at their hips these strange looking whips that seem to splay out into what look like snake heads.
Yeah, out of character, I'm assuming these are priests and priestesses of Lolth. In character, the only way she would know something like that is if either her father or the abbot, for whatever reason, told her.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think either one of them would have.
Yeah, then she would have absolutely no clue.
But you would notice that all of them, in some capacity, appear to be in this sort of half-dead state, which to you is strange. You've witnessed undead before. These are either freshly made or very well preserved. For example, one of the males would, in the area where perhaps like the just like where the chest plate for the leather armor would stop, and there would maybe be more like padding or banding, for that lighter sort of armor. There's just a massive, what looks to be claw wound raked through it, and even like the bits of fabric still sort of hang as if it was just dealt. But they don't bleed. There's no blood pouring out of them, but the wound looks as though it should be gushing.
Oh boy.
One of the priestesses above board, yeah. She is completely missing her lower jaw. But they would all turn in synchronicity with one another to look towards you as you enter this room. And he would just continue to bring you past until there would be an additional door, and in it a smaller little circular room, in which you would see an arcane circle on the floor.
An arcane circle, like a teleport circle, or?
Yeah, you would recognize it as such.
Okay.
And he would just hold the door open and sort of just point towards it and wait, holding the door.
She'll take a deep breath and nod to him, sort of a silent thank you, and she will go through.
All right. In a flash of bright purple light, you would find yourself in another, albeit smaller, circular room with a door in front of you and an identical teleportation circle on the floor.
She will knock again.
You go to
Sort of
knock.
shake the willies off first, and then she'll knock.
You go to knock, and the door would swing open, and you would just see about like a 15-foot, closer to like 20 foot like circumference circular chamber. You'd see over to the left there'd be a wooden desk, or at least you think it might be wood. You haven't seen wood that looks like that before, but close enough.
It's a bone table.
That you would see. No, it's Cirquoid. And you would see the similar crimson-robed figure sitting at it, and over to the right, there's like a dresser with like a mirror and what seems to be a bunch of brush and like other products and stuff like perfumes and whatnot. And further back in the room, a large like 4-poster bed with what look to be like spider webs draping down towards the bed itself. And you see a lot of like spider iconography throughout this room. Or at least at first you think it's iconography, and then you realize that what look to be these very realistic spider gargoyles perched around the ceiling of the room are in fact not gargoyles and living, as they slowly chitter and move their way along a massive web that encapsulates the dome of this, which you assume to be the topmost floor of the stalagmite. A hopeless amount of spiders.
I
Yeah,
don't
and
like this at all. But
most of the spiders are like bigger than the size of a house cat.
oh god. Okay. In character, she does not care very much and goes in. Out of character, I do not like the texture or the sound of that. No.
Yeah, their little chitinous limbs moving around on
They're
the
just a
web
bunch of
as you hear
spider
them.
bros.
Shut
It's
up!
fine.
Shut up!
They're keeping the fly population down.
Yeah. Lots of flies down in this cave.
Not anymore because of all the spiders.
Exactly.
It's keeping out the rats. It's keeping out the cats. It's keeping out the people. Oh my god.
I mean,
don't
you've
know
seen
what
what the servants look like. They must attract a lot of flies.
And that's why they're so well preserved. Nothing can make
Yeah.
it through.
Yeah, nothing can
Okay.
decompose them. The spiders eat it all.
All right. Whew. All right. She'll go in, and I don't know. Try and stay out of the spider's way. Is there any place to sit down? I was so wrapped up in like, oh my god, there are spiders. I completely forgot if there's like a desk or something.
There's a chair across from the desk that you can sit at, yes. And the spiders are confined to the ceiling for now.
Oh. And she will go to the desk, start to sit, and then stop, remembering this is not her place, and she will wait.
You watch as she seems to be writing something on a sheet of parchment with a quill, and as she writes, when a word is completed, it just disappears, and then she'll dip again in the inkwell and continue to write a few more words as they slowly disappear in a trail behind her. And then eventually she just puts the quill back in the inkwell and gestures for you to have a seat.
She will sit down.
Dip my quill into the ink once more.
Dip, 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 dip. Um, you came. I did not think you would.
What if Moldovan as your mother? That's how
Oh,
I'm
that would be
seeing this
so messed
going.
up. That would be so messed up. I'm not gonna lie.
Because of all the spiders and she's a drow.
Yeah, I caught onto that bit as well. And you gave me an invitation. Thought I might as well respond.
I guess I should have expected you to. You did accept the Count's invitation as well. So, you have been playing a very interesting game. I must say I cannot quite wrap my head around the choices that you've made since you have involved yourself with these outsiders.
That's Kenku talking.
That's everybody
Yep.
talking.
Yeah. The fuck
That is
is it
everybody
talking?
talking. Even Samaya.
You just wake up
Really?
and roll a die, see what you'll do that day.
Quite literally, yeah.
Surely you must realize that attempting to play both sides, that if you're not careful, you could meet with a fate worse than death.
Admit, at the beginning it seemed like a good idea, but I do see the truth in what you are saying.
I must ask, because you've proven yourself to be a bit of an anomaly. The others, I can understand their motivations, what they want beyond freedom from this place. When it comes to the heir to von Schrödinger, his revenge, the Fae, her desperate hope to return to some semblance of home and serve her liege lord. The Celestial in his need to follow his dogma. Even the strange one, the Goliath, I could at least tell what he wanted. But you, what do you want?
This feels like going to meet Caesar after pissing him off.
Oh, very much.
So you're the courier
You
who's caused so much trouble for my legion.
You slaughtered Dead Sea at Nelson. You killed Wopus and Calda, and ruined my plans with the Omertas.
Why?
Years
Oh.
of trading fire ants to place at the junction. Wasted.
Oh my god. You know, it's funny you bring that up, the Caesar thing, just as a quick little sidebar. I didn't realize the guy that played Vogelbaum in The Boys, that's him. That's John
No way.
John Dorman. Because he just starts talking, and I'm like, wait a second. What have I done wrong? Why do I feel like a profligate? Oh.
Samaya will
That guy,
be
yeah.
Samaya will be silent for a little bit before saying, when I'm not distracted by the singing next door. I want one very simple thing, but neither you nor Nostrad von Zarvich can give it to me.
Enlighten me.
I want to leave. Permanently. No strings attached. I have no desire for vengeance. I know and understand a certain level of hate, but I have no interest in it. Though I am young now, my soul is older than I think it should be. I want to leave and never have to return.
Choices you make, the lengths to which you go to attempt to achieve this. What is your fascination with the outside world? You were born here. This is, even for those with a spark in this awful place, it is not something that they yearn for.
Before the Fae changed in the way that she has, she showed life in a way I had never seen before. It's not something you'll find here. It's not something you will find anywhere in Barovia as far as I have seen. I want that life. I will not find it here.
She
Good.
she sits there contemplating that.
Is that so strange for you? For someone to want life so badly?
Perhaps once I could have sympathized. The want, the emotion that you speak of. When I underwent the change, Want was there, emotion was there, but for the worst kind of things, this curse, it twists you, makes beast out of man. And the things that you once found beautiful, they either sicken you, bring you to a point that is no longer anything more than obsession. So once I could have understood. You remind me of how I used to be, if only a little. I don't know how you plan to achieve your desire. But this place is undergoing a change, one that it has never seen before. Elements have entered the fold and allowed for the Count an opportunity to break his own cycle. What he plans once he leaves, even I cannot glean with all my as she kind of like looks up towards the nest of spiders above.
Does that frighten you? She's not asking in terms of like, ooh, weakness. This is like a genuine, like, is this something that I should be concerned about as well?
If he achieves his dream and breaks free of this place, his power turned upon the world and the gods that scorned him. I think all should be concerned. The ties that I have to him now by blood do not allow for disloyalty. At least in a physical sense. It is not as though my will is not my own.
One second. Hey guys.
Can you shut the fuck up?
All right. Sorry, we're good.
I think that perhaps you're accepting my invitation and your desire, your means as an unknown in all of this could perhaps grant me something that I have been looking for a long time. Another card to play, so to speak. You gave up something to earn favor, something that without your group's endeavors are doomed to fail. I do not have it in my possession, nor do I have the means to return it to you. But I could tell you where to find it. And perhaps provide you a way in and out of the castle undetected.
I would be most grateful.
But of course, this does not come free of charge. I would require something of you.
Kill Clarence.
And what would you require?
More reason to kill Clarence.
Your blood.
All of it.
How much of my blood?
She would reach into her sleeve and produce an ampule. But a trifle. I would not consign you to the same fate as myself and doom any opportunity of life that you seek in the outside world.
If you would indulge me, another curiosity, why my blood? Why not that of a fae? Magic practically runs in her veins.
It is
Says the rune sorcerer. Magic runs in her face. Runs in your face, motherfucker.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. She doesn't know that, though.
It is the ancestry of your blood that I require, not hers. Though your people, should I say, no. Perhaps they were once my own people, but no longer. They once had ties to the Feywilds. That is not what I seek. They require the blood, even if it is the half-blood of a child of Lolth.
At that, Samaya's face changes ever so slightly.
Does she even know what Lolth is?
Oh, she does. She does. She knows what Lolth is. Like, well, not to a full extent. She knows that Lolth is bad. She doesn't know exactly what Lolth is beyond what the abbot and her father have told her.
Bad spider.
Yeah, essentially. It's like bad spider queen.
Yeah, I would say that, like, Clarence being a drow, I mean, like, he He knew, but he wouldn't have told you all the grisly details. Yeah, he probably would have just said spider bitch bad.
Yeah. She'll.
Lathander, good.
Yeah. Lathander and Alistair. She will. She'll nod. All right. Take out her dagger to. I guess cut a little bit into her hand and squeeze it into the vial.
Okay. You do that, and you would watch as her hands had been like the fingers interlaced, sort of resting on top of the desk after she had placed that in front of you. You would now notice that the fingers of her left hand are digging very deeply into the flesh of her right, and you can kind of see her shaking a little bit.
I see it. I don't. Ah. Would she be able? Hang on. Would she be able to put to? Would she be able to put two and two together?
What do you mean?
Some that's not a reaction you have just for like someone you respect, even at best. Like, could she sort of ascertain like why that would be the woman's reaction?
I guess make an insight check.
That would be an insight.
18.
18's not bad.
Yeah, I think that is the best insight she has rolled ever in this campaign.
She say you'd see her body shaking. You would see her doing that. I'd say you'd also be able to pick up almost like, which up until this point she's been silent, and after an ego changed, like you notice that like there were even times where like yeah he'd sigh or something, but like he wouldn't breathe. He doesn't need to breathe, but you can almost kind of hear her breathing. Beyond that though, it's hard because what she wears, as I had said above board, it's very similar to like what the masked lords of Waterdeep wear.
Not that she knows what that is.
A lot of her, no, I know, like I said above board. A lot of like her general sort of like features are concealed, so it's kind of hard to get a read. I mean, 18 is really good, don't get me wrong, but I mean, like,
Yeah, it is not past even her passive deception.
but you do see that, you do get all that. I would say at best, what you could probably, in terms of putting anything together, you just, I mean, you didn't actually open a vein, but you opened a vein in front of a vampire. Might be holding back the bloodlust.
That's like holding crack pipe in front of a recovering crack addict.
Yeah. Hey, you want to smoke some of this crack? Oh no, sorry, it's all for me.
Yeah, she'll squeeze some of the blood into the vial until it's full, and then that. Oh, and apparently I had one essence rune active, so hidden beneath her sleeve, that singular rune goes out because it would have been activated once she cut her hand open.
Oh, it's like a take damage thing.
Yeah, so cuts her hand open, blood pours out, and then it heals.
Okay. She will shakily take the ampule tuck it back into her sleeve. Your dear friend, the abbot. I don't know how aware he is of it, but the fireplace is a lever. It opens a portal to the dungeons of Castle Ravenloft. If you can navigate your way through them, you'll find the Sun Sword in the crypt of the former king and queen. Which, I mean,
Wait,
general knowledge here.
didn't Elena find a portal to that?
Yep.
She did. Yes.
Yeah. She just stepped over a portal thing, ended up
in the
came back.
in the Baron of Barovia. Fuck his
It was
name.
it was Von Eber.
Eber. Yep.
Yeah. Samaya's face changes slightly again, this time more in the positive. Then she'll
Oh.
nod.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Checking my notes here. That's an oopsie daisy. Yeah. Minor retcon.
Wait a
Minor
minute.
retcon.
Oh.
She would say nothing about Clarence. Yeah, she'd say Von Eber's one.
She would see nothing of the sort. Never mind.
All right.
She would
Well-
tell you about the secret room in Von Eber's cave with the.
Elena's standing so it said, "Oh, I know that one."
Yeah. And then B Sense cuts out. She's been down here for a
You're right
fucking
there.
long while. I know. Oh, never mind. I can't see anymore. Sorry, Apollo.
I mean, at least we know where to go.
Yeah, Samaya will nod and thank you.
Thank me. At least not yet, anyway. Do try not to get caught.
I shall do my best. One more question before I suppose I have to leave. There was another female drow in Kresk for a while. Would you have known her name?
My servants and I established ourselves here quite some time ago. But from my knowledge, there were others that have come and gone. There may be a chance that I knew her.
Very well. I shall do my best to foster your advice well. And she will get up, give a slight bow, and leave.
Wait.
What?
No, okay, never mind.
Like, if she wants to say something else, then sure. Just as
No,
far
no,
as-
no. I was gonna say. You asked her. You asked her if she knew another female drow.
from Kresk.
Yeah, but like, you didn't say her name.
She asked her
To
name.
see
Well,
if
no,
she-
because she doesn't know the stupid name.
It's like, do you know the name?
Yeah.
Is what she asked.
Oh, do
Yeah,
you
she-
know the name of
Yeah.
this woman you may or may not have met? That is my mom, whose name I do not know.
Yeah, minus the mom bit. It's implied, but she just says, "Hey, there was a female drow in Kresk not too long ago. Would you have happened to have seen her, and would you have happened to know her name if so?"
Okay, all right. Yeah, it's the same answer. She knew the ones that came with her. She had heard of others. That's it.
I know someone you could ask that could probably tell you her name.
I don't want to ask him though.
I don't want
But
to
he
fuck
for
that
sure
guy.
knows.
He had every opportunity to tell her before. He didn't take it, so there. But
Maybe because you didn't ask.
oh, she definitely asked. But
Yeah,
so-
when you're older.
yeah. For dad, it's too painful. For him, nah.
I mean, that's fair. That's kind of what happened with Rebecca's mom and her father.
Yeah. But yeah, she'll get up, and unless the Master of Spies or Lady of Spies, I guess, unless she wants to say anything else or give any extra warnings, she's gone.
Mistress of Spies.
Mistress of Spies.
No, she doesn't say anything else. So you depart, and I'll say after you come back through that circle, the in stasis of death, drow, they would all just be waiting, lining each side of the room. And as you depart, they would all give you, the men would bow and the women would curtsy.
That feels weird.
And then they would just go back to standing at attention.
Is this because Samaya gave blood? Is it? I don't know what sort of thing she'd have to do to ascertain what's going on. That feels weird.
I have my own ideas, but I can't give those opinions because Apollo's not there.
She's just gonna keep going.
I mean, I feel like Elena wouldn't have seen that bit, but like she probably would have been describing everything that was happening to you as it was happening. I feel like that's very on brand for being as that character. Okay, now she's going into this big big rock.
Oh,
I think it's called the
Montavant's a
Stellar.
drow. Okay.
Oh, she might be. I don't know. Probably. She said she used to be, so I guess she's a vampire now and doesn't consider herself one anymore. Do you like change races when you become a? I should ask Inigo about that.
She would
But I
never
can-
think about asking Inigo anything. More wanting to kill him.
Yeah, I should ask Inigo's corpse about that.
Now she wants She wants to kill Inigo because in her mind he will be cured whether he wants to or not. So
I do believe Bean has in fact said that she might try to do that. So
yeah, that is exact. Yeah, he said that multiple times, starting from when it was revealed.
I'm so gonna kill you and bring you back so you're not a vampire anymore.
And if she succeeds, Inigo just like is like fine, and then like she leaves, and then he goes and turns into a vampire again.
Yeah, and then she comes back and goes, "How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?"
And she won't know that he's a vampire again.
Oh,
She'll
I think she's
find
gonna check. I think
No,
she'll
Holds up
be
the
um,
mirror. It's like Inigo.
What have you
Inigo,
done?
have you been up to tricks again?
She's gonna kill you and
Uh,
make you pay for the fucking diamond to revive you.
yeah. She'd kill you and make you pay for the cost of revival, 100%.
Oh boy. Samaya will bow back to the drow.
The undead zombies.
Daddle. Well, I don't know what else you're supposed to do. I don't know what else you're supposed to do. This is disturbing on so many levels for her. She'll just bow back to all of them and skedaddle.
Okay. You eventually make it out of the stalagmite, and upon exiting the front doors, the little glowing orb is there once more. It does a few lazy orbits around you, stops in front of you, and then sort of goes right in front of your face, and then explodes in a flash of blinding light. And when your vision finally comes back to you, you are standing back on the mountainside in front of Elena and Apollo.
You're back. We're gonna give it like another 5 minutes or so.
If we didn't hear anything, and then come in.
That was good. We need to go, and we need to figure out what the hell is going on because I don't know anymore. That a lot has happened. How much did you all see?
Got to the point where it said where we can go through Von Eber's basement to the basement of Ravenloft.
And then it cut out from there.
Okay. So you saw the band of undead drow as well.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see it. Elena did.
Yeah, I saw it.
What does it mean when they bow to you?
What do you mean they bowed to you?
I mean on my way out, they bowed when I came back through that chamber.
That I don't know. That could mean that
You have a certain station that they are respecting, but what would that be? I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right at
Might
all.
have, if they're drow, that might have something to do with your heritage, who your mother is.
maybe she was high ranking worshiper or something before she came here.
Maybe, but my father had said that she worshipped, who was it? Elistre.
The last. Oh, okay, that's the good one. Then yeah. Maybe she was a
Well, it depends on what those drow followed before they died. Because if they were Loth worshippers, they probably wouldn't show you any respect at all. But if they're a lost stray, then maybe. But I don't know. Elena also said
Maybe
Moldovan was acting weird, but everyone acts weird for Elena, so I don't know what that means.
Moldovan trembled, and she was audibly breathing when I cut open my hand for.
Vampires don't breathe, though.
They're
I
not
If
guess
she
supposed
wanted to take a
They can,
snack,
but maybe. I don't know. It seemed odd.
As a reaction to you being hurt. So either it was like holding. I mean, vampires don't really kind of gasp when they like see blood. They more like hiss and like try to lunge.
no, they hiss when you put the light in their face.
That too. But they're more aggressive, even if they're holding back. A gasp and like breathing, trembling. That implies more of a sympathetic, empathetic response. Which would imply that she has some level of care for you, but I don't know what that would be or what that means.
I will admit I thought at first maybe she was somehow knew my mother, but when I asked if she even knew her name, from what she said of how long she and her people have been here, I don't think it's her. I don't think she would have even met my mother, to be honest. This just all seems very strange. What do we do now?
I suppose we could start making our way back to Barovia. Or we can pop over to Kresk. Because we do that like right now. And then you can go talk to Kenneth. Kenoth. The later probably be like Lord Kenneth.
Yeah.
It's Lord Kenneth.
Kenoth.
Okay.
And you can talk to him there. And then I guess we start walking back to Barovia. We'd have to go around Valaki. Probably.
Well, I'll be able to go through.
Well, I could go through Valaki. He doesn't hate me.
Through. I don't think he even knows you exist.
I mean, you
No, I
met him.
remember him seeing me in the courtyard when he was chilling up in the tree. I don't know if he knows I've traveled with you.
Out here chilling in the tree.
Okay. Okay, answers first, and then we go, I suppose. Turn to Elena. Like, I guess we're going. I don't know.
Word of recall.
All right.
Man, oh my god, you wound up in the middle of the lake. Ah!
Turn to Kresk.
We're going back inside. Back to
I didn't know I could do that.
Back to Kresk. Where's the Kresk map? That's for lucky.
Do, do, do. Doo-doo-doo.
Me
There
and
it is.
Dawson have to ask the abbot about something. So
Okay.
yeah, I guess you two go into the corrupted Barovia Fae wild, and we will go talk to him.
Okay.
Um,
Sure, why not?
If I when I when you get back, ask me about what I talked to the abbot about, and if he explained to me about his angel stuff, because there's a small chance that he might try to modify my memory again, and I want to know why he did that.
Okay.
Because if he modified my memory, I probably won't remember that I told you that I'm going to ask him about that. So if you ask me about that and I don't remember, that means he modified my memory.
All right. All right, I have it.
It'd be easy enough to remember.
I mean, yes, but magic makes it not so.
No, I mean us remembering.
yeah,
Unless he does it to us.
No, he shouldn't know. But yeah, let me. You get answers. I'll be here.
But what if he could know, but you just don't know that he would know?
That's so
I'm not going to
confusing.
think about that.
But all right, so we'll say as Samaya and Elena prepare themselves, and or just set out immediately for Canoth's domain, Apollo, you the word of recall would have brought you into like the main. God damn it!
Please don't die on us.
Would have
For
brought
two,
you
it'd be
into
funny.
the. No, I don't wanna. Would have brought you into the main area.
Like the courtyard.
Yeah, it brings you into the courtyard. You go looking. Clarence is easy enough to find. He's
Fuck!
he's up in his room. He's just up. Yeah, he's up in his room doing Clarence things.
That's familiar. Is he standing in front of his fireplace?
No, the fireplace is in like the dining hall area.
Okay.
He's here. I'll just move you over to the map. We can Abbey of St. Mark will be upper floor.
Not that room. Not that room.
You're over there. It's over here. Where's the Clarence token? Where is he? Where are they? There he goes. So I'll say he's actually yeah. He's over here.
I'll knock on the door.
Yes, come in. Come in.
Clarence.
Yes.
This is kind of difficult to ask, but why did you erase my memory?
Erase your. Hold on 1 second. Colin, you little shit. Stop fidgeting. And Colin is sitting up on this like sort of examination table, and his duck foot has a splinter in it, and Clarence is trying to pull it out. And he just keeps slapping him in the leg, and then finally pulls the splinter out, and he just kind of like gives him a little shove off the table, and he's like, "Go, come on, get out of here. We gotta talk about important things."
I'll just give him a healing word as he leaves, because he had a fucking splinter in his foot. Oh, there
You
should
just
be
kinda
8
like-
psychic on that.
He's like, my head. He said, "Thank you," and then fucks off. Erase your memory. I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, you were you were in your angel form, and I came up behind you, and well, Donson started asking questions
About why you were like that.
and
Angel form.
Yeah, you had wings.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
That's it.
um,
As he looks at you and smiles, yes.
right.
Doesn't elaborate.
Right. Angel wings. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I
How about you come here so I
probably
can touch you for a minute?
probably shouldn't have pulled those out during the fight. It looks like we're gonna set things back again. Apollo, dear, would you come over here a moment?
I'll take a step back every time like he comes towards me.
Okay, come on. Stop. I'm not gonna do anything bad. I'm just gonna lightly caress your cheek.
Donson flares up. You lay a finger on us, I will break your fist, break your wrist, and remove your hand. You better explain now.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's not jump to violence. Violence is not the answer, as we know. as the Morning Lord teaches us. Really didn't want to have this conversation. All right. Yes, I might have erased your memories. Erased is a strong word, because clearly you got them back, which means they weren't really gone so
You
much as
suppressed
they were.
them with a modified
Yep.
memory spell.
There you go. Which I think is significantly better and not as bad as completely erasing memories. You know, and also I didn't make you think that your name was Doug, which I could do, but I didn't. So
Not making this better,
Well-
Clarence.
really showing progress. Right. Oh man.
The
Oh,
truth
man.
is, I don't really want to tell you.
He doesn't. You kind of twist on my arm here, buddy.
If you'd like, I
Yeah.
could actually twist your arm.
No. We don't need to do all that. All right. Let's be serious. And he will take the sunglasses off. And you watch as he kind of gives like a little like shoulder shimmy, and the wings would come out, and his eyes would begin to turn that solid purple and glow. All right.
As he casts Hold Person.
Yeah. As he casts Finger of Death. No. Donson,
And Apollo, we're both here.
And we're
Right.
both owed an explanation.
fine. Apolloson. Since I guess I have to address you both. You you remember why you came here, right?
I thought I did, but on reflecting upon it, there seems to be something missing, and I don't know why.
Tell me what you can remember, and let's see if we can fill in the gaps.
I'll tell him that I was sent here to liberate the people of Barovia from Strahd, and I charged in as a one-man army, fought all the way to Castle Ravenloft by myself, and got fucking bodied because I exerted myself way too much. And by the time I made it to Ravenloft, I was too weak. But there's something else that I can't quite remember.
That explains it.
Like training.
You.
I do like trains.
I like trains.
I heard someone in the background of Avery's mic that said something, do you like trains? That's probably not what they said, but it's what I heard.
It was your first
Turn down my
mission.
volume sensitivity.
Your first real mission. Something with more substance than performing a minor miracle. Something with stakes. When the four of us got here, we thought we knew what we were going to be dealing with.
4 of us.
Being separated. Yes, I have suppressed some of your memories. That's because in previous iterations, you have not been able to accept all of them. We've gone through this song and dance more than once. And I'm afraid that if I tell you everything again, we're just going to have to start over. I need some sort of guarantee that you're not going to slip.
Donson will relinquish control to Apollo.
Yeah, he's gonna. Oh, he's listening because he's still here, but he's not going to take control unless, well, unless like he's forced out through, concentrating on a spell or on desecrated ground.
Right. Right.
I don't know if he was the problem or the mortal self of him that he was being.
Let me just. And he he comes over to his desk, and he pulls out a whiskey bottle, and he goes to like pour himself a glass, and then decides, like, thinks better and just starts downing a bunch of it. He comes back over. All right. As I said, been here a while. We've gone through this a number of times. So let's start from the beginning. The facts. You are Donson. I am Isham. You have forgotten Muriel and Ezekiel. We were tasked, the four of us, to recover an artifact gifted by the Morning Lord to one of his trusted. It was never meant to remain in this place forever shrouded from his light. But upon our arrival, our disconnection from his power, our weakened states, caused us quite a lot of trouble. And in your eagerness to prove yourself, and I mean no offense when I say this, but your zealotry, you pushed the others. You pushed them beyond their capabilities, myself as well. But every time they looked to you, their leader, for strength, they found it because you were unwavering.
That sounds
Then
like
the
Donson.
Beowulf came. The Beowulf came. We were not told of them, and we did not expect it. And their leader, that abomination, slaughtered Muriel and Ezekiel. Left me near death, yourself as well. But when you realized that you failed, you couldn't forgive yourself. You haven't been reincarnating. And I would say at that point, I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
The
the memories.
I can do. Nope. I can just boost my AC.
The memories come flooding back. And in a torrent of excruciating pain, seeing now the full picture, your two comrades lying dead beside you, torn apart. Ezekiel, who he was the youngest of you, smashed into a bloody pulp. And the feelings of regret at your failure, the pain and humiliation of the loss, beyond just the physical pain that was inflicted upon you, it all just crashes. And you begin to remember as well your past lives, which were never past lives. Just another attempt at a long-going therapy by who you thought was Clarence to attempt to heal your fractured psyche. With that 13, Dawson is immediately pushed to the forefront, and all of these emotions, just a swirling storm within you, within the eye of it, a single thought, a compulsion, a need to make things right. And you find yourself turning towards the window, your wings unfurling, knowing what your target is, and just seeing the leader of the Beowulf, Lucius
Apollo is
Gunwolf.
screaming inside, no, 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 stop, no.
And it's not just Apollo, it's every other you that you thought that there was,
Oh,
whatever
fuck.
slight changes and variations to their personality, screaming out and begging you not to do this. And as you go, I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Fuck! A 3 and then a 2!
Okay, this one at the very least was actually good that you failed. You feel your limbs lock up, and you do see Clarence holding his hand out towards you now through this haze of red that has completely filled your vision. I knew this was going to happen. And
Can Apollo, being suppressed as he is, can I attempt a divine intervention?
ooh, sure.
Can you imagine?
Oh my god.
Yo!
The dice tell the story.
What are you asking for?
Yeah. What are you asking for?
Calm him. Let him forgive himself. Let us forgive ourselves. Let us regain our composure. Let us
Okay. Sorry, go
move
ahead.
forward from this.
All right. You see Clarence Isham standing across from you, his hands held out, and despite your body being paralyzed, everything within you straining against it, so much so that you see him almost trying to mentally and almost physically hold the spell in place. And then Apollo calls out. And a single ray of light shines through the window and envelops the both of you. You see Isham look towards it, confused at first, but then recognizing its warmth. And as it radiates over the both of you, you feel this warm, comforting feeling begin to crash against the rage and sorrow, as at first it's like two massive forces pushing against one another, but there's almost like a fluctuation to the warmth as it slowly ebbs away, and all of the emotion pushing it back and making it smaller until eventually it grows to a tiny little pinprick and then disappears. You still cannot move your body as Clarence is still holding the spell, but you feel the calm. You feel that maybe, just maybe, in the warmth and loving embrace of your God, that perhaps if you can't forgive yourself, He can. And that your fallen friends can as well. And that if you center yourself, repair what was broken within you, you can make things right.
Yeah, the tears would be flowing down Donson's face. Because you don't need to be able to move in order for your tear ducts to
Tear
start.
ducts, yeah. And as you do, you would begin to slowly feel your body come back within your control as well. As Isham lowers his hands, still a little wary, seems to just kind of be gauging what you're going to do next.
Ah. I understand now. We understand now. Thank you, Apollo. Thank you, Lathander. Thank you, Amanator. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Ezekiel. Thank you, Muriel. Turn to Clarence. Thank you, Ishmael. Or Isham, not Ishmael. I'm sorry for everything. I think no. I think you earned it, kid. Johnson will kind of collapse inwards as Apollo comes back to the forefront. Ah. So he's giving me full control. He's still there, but he isn't going to be taking control anymore. Still emit his light, but it will still be me. So that explains a lot. What about everything? What we were trying to do. We are sorry.
That we pushed you all so far.
We should have saw that happening. It was going south before it got to that point, but we didn't. We hope it looked at
Isham, you can forgive us.
for all the pain we've caused you, and well, all the trouble
Over these
many years. How long exactly has it taken?
for us to get to this point.
No long. Do not think I ever expected Morning Lord's light to reach us here. But I am glad to see that you have returned.
I think I'll just go primarily by Apollo now. Johnson, he's how to say this? Retiring? Yeah, he's still part of us. All of us. Helios. Uh, uh, Helios. Autumn hours. Every single one of us who you tried to fix. But he just kept he was too angry. But I think he can rest now. And the rest of us can take it from here.
Fully nods. This place thought it would be the death of us. Trapped in our own cycle.
Is Ezekiel and Miriam also trapped here, or are they gone?
Those that die here, they enter the cycle. But if we can break it, I'm sure that they will be free
And able to
to return.
Yeah. Finding them, well, possible. A monumental task and probably not the best use of our time. And they probably wouldn't want that either. They'd probably want us to focus, not worry about them.
He just seems awestruck and at a loss for words. Just kind of keeps nodding to what you're saying.
Unfortunately, well, no, this is unrelated to, to this miracle that the Morning Lord has. Is so Johnson came from a Manator.
Who did Isham, Ezekiel, and Muriel serve? Also a Minotaur, or was it a mixture of Minotaur and Lathander?
So since it was like Lathander kind of like stepped up and took over the portfolio, with Ezekiel being the youngest, he would have been one that served Lathander. Muriel actually would have been as old as Donson and served a Minotaur. Isham, yeah, Isham would also be Lathander.
Okay, so it was like a joint effort between the two sun gods. Okay.
Essentially.
And now Apollo serves both.
Yeah, it was kind of like because like a Minotaur, I mean, like, yeah, they're both quote unquote good gods, but a Minotaur from
He's
like
more lawful neutral.
he's more lawful neutral, yeah, than lawful good, but also I've always kind of seen it as like with the neutrality, he comes off rougher. He's a little bit less peace and love.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Clarence Isham was your flight's healer, like proper. Like he was always kind of like, like, yeah, you have clerical abilities, but like he was always supposed to be like the one that
He
kept
was,
you guys.
yeah, he was the healer for the healing party.
Yeah.
He's the Omega healer.
He is a mega healer.
Well, so the Sun Sword that, well, was unfortunately given up to the devil. We know where it is and how to get it. So we're gonna go and retrieve that, and that should definitely help. But we won't make the same mistake again, Clarence. If we see Clarence, fuck Isham, we will make sure we've learned our lesson. If it starts going wrong, we won't keep forcing our allies forward.
There's no shame in a tactical retreat.
Yes. Glad that revenge is not what you're after. You've finally let that subside.
Don't get me wrong, I would like to give the leader of the Beowulf a good what for, but it's not a priority. If he just happens to be there, I definitely will smack him doubly as hard with my mace, but he's not of any major consequence. If he's in the way, he's in the way. I won't go out of my way to make him in the way.
Well, if you and your friends get that sword back, we gather who we can, might have a real chance at things here. I think this is the first time in decades I've been hopeful.
I'm still a little fuzzy on everything that happened, but I'm sure over time will come to me more, and I'll remember more details and individual conversations we all had. But yeah, I'll make sure these heroes don't suffer the same fate that I led us into last time. We will watch over them and protect them.
He nods and smiles at you. It's good to have you back. My God, I need a drink. He just goes back over to the table and just starts downing the rest of the
What does
whiskey bottle.
Lathander think of alcohol?
I don't know. Like off the top of my head, I don't actually know. I'm curious. Let's see.
What does Lathander think about alcohol?
What does Lathander think of alcoholism?
Here's what I found on Google.
Temple's history. Yeah, what does Google say? What does Google say?
Well, the Google AI says there's nothing that explicitly says he approves or disapproves. So as long
Oh,
as
no, just drink.
it thinks moderation is fine. So as long as he's not overindulging, it should be fine.
Oh. Thander is neutral good. A Minotaur is lawful neutral.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, Lathander is definitely the more kind one.
But yeah, Clarence. Fuck Isham. I'm gonna do it too a lot. But yeah, he just kind of downs that bottle and he's like, all right.
Do you want
That-
to remain Clarence for the others here, or are you also
Probably
gonna...
better.
Probably better. Okay. And my traveling companions, kind of keep your identity of being Isham secret.
It's, if you want to tell them personally, I was just trying to avoid any relapses. But
Yeah,
we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, I very much understand. Yeah, if you're fine with them knowing, it probably would be better if they were in the loop as well, because, you know, more information is better to be able to work things out. If that makes sense.
Yes, yes. Honesty is the best policy, after all.
Don't we turn out the light?
Except for when it's not. But
Necessary sacrifices had to be made.
yes, yes.
Thought like
yeah.
right, like good.
Oh, the hag of the swamp. She wants you dead, by the way.
Oh,
I don't particularly know why. Well, I didn't at first, though I heavily suspect now that I know your true identity. It's possible that she knows who you are, or suspects who you are. And Johnson was all for it for a little bit. But now that we've recovered, that is not an option. that is not a choice that he or any of us would make.
Right. Very glad that you're not going to try to kill me. Would have been interesting, though, if you had tried. I mean, it's not the first time, but it would have been for a different reason, so I probably would have been really confused.
Yes, sorry about, well, any time that we attacked you. Don't remember any of them, but I'm sure I will, and regret each one. But Lathander can forgive
Don't
me.
worry
then-
about it.
Yeah.
The water under the bridge. Yeah. Actually, if I were to venture a guess, she probably wants me dead because, well, I mean, oh, that's not good.
Have you looked at me? Look at how handsome I am.
Yeah, I'm so sexy. No, I venture the reason that she wants me dead is because she probably has some sort of inkling or information about our original mission, and I would stand in the way of her recovering that artifact. So, probably in her mind, best to take me out of the equation.
We're here for the Don Walker's mantle, right?
That is correct.
Well, we kind of know where it is. We just have to
Or, well,
keep it out
the
of
the whole armor, but
oh, the
yeah.
whole armor. Yeah. Strahd's definitely after one specific component, and well, tap my chest.
I know I
Already
put
got
it in
one of
here
them.
somewhere. Keep forgetting what I called the whole thing. Scrolls up, sees a picture of Lulu. I'm Lulu losing it right now. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I'll
Yeah,
remember it, but yeah, basically.
already recovered one portion. Just need to find the rest. No, we covered one portion. We know where another fragment is.
Oh God. But yeah.
Does this recovery count as like a step up in power for the Seraph transformation?
Well, that is a good question. I'm gonna have to also look at that. Look at the what constitutes moving up. But yeah, you know what? Let's yeah, that's a good spot. Let's take a quick tenor
I'm gonna grab food.
because I gotta look into some things and go pee pee.